Hello everybody, happy Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Today I thought I would talk about what I'm going to be reading in August, hopefully. I asked you guys in my June and July wrap up if you'd like to hear about that because I have some very exciting books coming up and it was a yes. First things first, hi, my name is Bronte. I make new videos every single Monday about books and movies. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into the video. First things first, in July I decided to continue with the Crowns of Nyaxia series. I had already read The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which was a 5-star read, and so I carried on with The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King and the latest one, which is The Songbird and the Hearthstone. Really enjoying the series. I will do a full review overall, but the new book comes out this month, which is The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk, and it carries on from where this one, The Songbird and the Hearthstone, ended, and so I definitely want to do that while it's fresh in my mind, especially because there was a bit of a cliffhanger. I'd just like to get that done straight away and stay in this world at the perfect time. If you do like romantasy series where the romance and the plot is fairly equally balanced, this is definitely a good one to go for. It's going to be 6 books, but it's split into 3 duologies as well. So the first 2 books follows Araya, and then when we get to The Songbird and the Hearthstone, it is switched to Misha. So I'm really excited to conclude that kind of little section of the story, that duology, and then see who it will be going on to for the final 2 books. But yeah, really can't wait for The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk. Like, I'm frothing at the mouth for it. One I absolutely will be doing is A Witcher's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. This is one of my most anticipated releases for this year. The only reason I haven't gone on to it yet is because I do have a physical version and I am more of a Kindle reader. However, I also do think that this is going to be like the perfect bridge between summer and autumn, because although its predecessor, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, was a Somerset witchy book, something about it felt so cozy that it was still like a perfect autumn read anyway. So I have a feeling that this one is going to be the same. It's not directly a sequel, by the way, but with the title obviously following the same formula and it also being another cozy like romantasy, I'm assuming it is going to be set in the same kind of world and it is going to be quite similar. This copy that I actually have in my hands is the proof copy, but my name is on the back at the bottom with a quote, so it's very special and I cannot wait to read it. It is actually already out. It came out last month, which does mean that I think the audio is out too, and I read the first one on audio because the audio is absolutely amazing. It was actually the audiobook that got me into audio as a format, so I 10 out of 10 recommend doing it like that, and I might even listen to it myself rather than read it. Still undecided at this point. Book club pick of the month was actually my turn. So if you don't know, I have a book club with 4 of my other book besties. It's called Love and Law and it's on Fable if you want to join. The link is below. But we take it in turns every month who picks the choices. This month was mine. I asked the girls in the overall book club what they were fancying reading, and the general consensus was a summery romance book to round off August. So the choices were Promise Me Sunshine, Summer in the City, Love is a War Song, and One Golden Summer. And it was such a close vote, but one vote beat it, and that meant that we are reading Love is a War Song. So excited about that. I do actually have an arc of it on my Kindle, so it worked out perfectly. But if you don't know, this is kind of a cowboy small town romance, and it's by an Indigenous author about Indigenous people. So it is a little bit different because we don't tend to get many cowboy romances that are actually like Indigenous peoples. So I'm really excited for that. I'm hoping I'm gonna absolutely love it. It sounds so good. I love the cover, and one of my friends said that she read the author's debut book and really enjoyed that. So I am hopeful for this one, and I think it will be just like a quick, easy, feel-good read. Fingers crossed. Next thing on my TBR for August and my hopefuls is another one of my most anticipated reads that I have been sent an arc of. This is actually a finished copy though, so I am so spoiled because look at this gorgeous cover. This is A Theory of Dreaming by Ava Reid, and it is the sequel to A Study in Drowning. A Study in Drowning is one of my favourite books ever. 5-star read. Absolutely love how it blends this like eerie, spooky, dark academia feeling with the whimsical fae style magic. So I'm so excited to go back to this world and learn more about Preston and Effie, and I've seen that Ava Reid has said that the plot of it was specifically inspired by the way that people in academia are currently being treated in regards to their thoughts and protests for a free Palestine. So I am so excited about that because thematically it's probably going to have some really great insight and depth and touch on things that I'm already passionate about. So yeah, not only am I excited to go back to a couple and characters that I dearly love and a world that I found fascinating, but I'm also excited to see what she does with that and how she makes it impactful. I also have Soul Searching by Lyla Sage. This is a book one in her upcoming series, Sweetwater Peak. If you know me, you know that the Rebel Blue Ranch series is literally my favourite romance series, like ever. I love it so much. I love the way she weaves the found family through all 4 of the books. I love how they all have some sort of either neurodivergent or mental health theme. I love the way she delivers the tropes. The characters are all larger than life. Like, I am a Lyla Sage stan at this point. So to get an arc of Soul Searching was just the best thing that could happen to me. So from what she said about this, I am gathering that this is actually set kind of like in the same world, and there will be crossovers, but it's a town that's a little bit further away and there's a spooky paranormal vibe. So this makes me even more excited because I love anything like that. I am an absolute spooky season queen, so I'm just so excited to get all the vibes for this. This comes out on 30th of September, so still a little bit to go, but by the time I've read it, it will be the end of August, and then I can review it for you and tell you whether this is one you need to add to your TBR. I do have a feeling it will be though. I would really like to continue with the Sparrow Falls series this month. So I've done the first 3 books. I started book 4, but I had to come away from it to read an arc. I want to come back to this and finish that, and then do book 5, Chasing Shelter, which I have an arc of. Love this series. They're so quick and easy to read as well, like so fast paced and addictive because of the thriller aspect of the plot. But then they also have the other things I love, like romance, small town setting, found family. It's just a perfect fusion of things that I love. I will say that book 3 was my least favourite in the series, and I was a bit like, when I was reading it. So I'm hoping that this one brings it back and that book 5 is also great. But either way, I'm really excited to get to know more characters and to see how much more insight we get into the family dynamics. I'm hoping to see some more Fallon and Kai too. An Exorcism of Faeries by J.L.Vampa is my current read, and I am testing this out for spooky season for you guys so that I can give you guys some underrated spooky season reads for your TBR. I'm 25 or 30% in so far. This is delivering, so I'm really hopeful for the end of this book. Essentially, it's dark academia and gothic fantasy and romance, and it's just all the perfect spooky season vibes. It's set in Trinity College in Dublin, so it has that autumnal academic setting, which I love. And it's also about this like plague that is spreading amongst normal humans, and it's very gothic, but there's like a student teacher kind of dynamic going on in a way, and yeah, it's just the perfect vibe. I do think that this is going to be a really great read for people who love the setting and the darker aspects of Zodiac Academy, but the technical craft of the writing is better and the plot is not like fae politics and magic. So it has some of the vibes, but not fully. And yeah, so far it's just really good. So I can't wait to finish this and to see if it stays good. I was also lucky enough to get an e-arc of Katabasis by R.F. Kuang. This is going to be the month that I tackle it. I have heard really mixed reviews on this, so I have slightly been putting it off because I don't want to add to any negative discourse around it, just because of how much I loved the Poppy War series. Like, I don't want this to be a disappointment, and I don't want to have to give you guys disappointing news. So I have been putting it off, but I'm gonna do it finally. This is like high fantasy mixed with Greek mythology and dark academia, I think, from the blurb. It's gonna be essentially a bit of a fusion between Poppy War and her other book, Babel, because it's fusing those two genres. Obviously the plot is going to be completely different, but that means I am excited. I, as you can tell, have been in a real dark academia mood recently. Obviously Exorcism of Faeries, but I've also done Blood Over Brighthaven, I've done Nightshade, the Legendborn cycle. Like, I'm just really enjoying the academic settings and the plot points and the themes that come with dark academia specifically. So I'm excited to see her fuse that with fantasy, which is already a genre I know and love. Hopefully it does hit for me, but I will keep you updated. Last but not least is a book I've actually already finished this month. Yay! Well done me. And that was Reaper at the Gates. So that is book 3 in the Ember and the Ashes quartet. This is a series that I'm doing on audio. So this is like my monthly audio read. And I really enjoyed it. I will say, I think it's my least favourite in the series so far, but it was still a 4-star, solid, good time. I am now gonna add to this TBR and see if I can do book 4 on audio by the end of the month. I'm very slow on audio at the minute because I've not had a lot of time to actually listen to books, but we'll see if I can do it. I just really want to complete this quartet and find out what happens to all of my favourite characters. There was a major plot twist in book 3 and a death too, so who knows what could happen in book 4. I've heard that actually she kills off a lot of characters and it's really painful, so I am a little nervous, and yeah, but we will see. I personally don't always love a book that has like no high stakes and has a lot of convenience, so actually maybe I will love the deaths. I don't know, we'll see. But that is everything that I'm hoping to read in August. As you can tell, I've got a really exciting month full of unreleased books, books that have just been released, highly anticipated reads for me. So I am so excited, and hopefully I can get through them all. I have been so slow at reading recently. In July, I only read 4 books, which I don't think I've only read 4 books in a month since like 2021. So that was a bad month for me. We will see how August goes. I will say it's my birthday this month, and it's a very big birthday. So I do have a lot of celebrations that might take away reading time. And I'm also going to my family home, and I should be starting a new job. So it is going to be a busy and chaotic month for me. But hopefully, because I've started the month well, we will continue and get some of these reads done. I would love to know what one of your priority reads for August is, so please drop me a comment and let me know, and also let me know if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. But otherwise, I will see you next Monday for another video, and until then, I hope you have a great week.